Hey everybody, it's me, solo host Max. Today we're going to be playing Sitting at the Rayman Origins title screen. Um, I'm a professional player of this game. I'm really good at looking at all my options. I got play, options, and quit game. The uh, the real strategy here is select none of them and just to sit here until the inevitable heat death of the universe. It's the only way you can truly win. He's I'm seeing the stream buffer. How's the stream coming through? Everything everything okay? The chat remains silent. Does not bode well for the future of the stream.
Is is
Quit
is
game
is the
now.
stream okay? Hi.
I'm slightly loud. That's probably on my end. There we go. It's
Uh,
usually where I'm at. I was just fed up with my noise gate, so I just turned myself all the way up.
that's kind of rude. Also, you know
Begins
how
with
there's a lot of you know what Patch Kids are, right?
No, I've never heard of Sour Patch
All right,
Kids.
so you know what Sour Patch Kids is. You know they've
Oh,
been making a lot of stuff related to Sour Patch Kids, including like gum and I was about to
don't get me
say.
started on the fucking gum, I swear to God.
Oh, it was. I was about to say Oreos, but that's Swedish Fish, which is basically the same thing as the Red Sour Patch Kids. But today, I found out
That's disgusting.
they also have Sour Patch Kid ice cream, and
Gross.
I tried it. I got one. It was okay. It
You're
was weird,
dumb.
and I mean I don't regret it, but it was weird.
The worst I've had was, you know, the 7-Eleven ices?
Yeah,
You know, the blue raspberry?
yeah.
They were selling a donut that is glazed in the blue raspberry mix that they use for the ices. Like it's glazed consistency, but like that's what it is, and they sprinkle the blue raspberry dust on the top. And my God, I thought I was gonna. I've never had my body violently reject something quite like that donut. It's really, really something.
Alright, I'm having issues. I'm dropping in frames. I'm like streaming at 54 kilobits. And also I can't get chat or the dashboard to load. So this is fun.
Well, I guess I
My
can take over if worse comes to worse, but we'll see what happens.
my internet is fucked and no one believes me.
I believe you.
No one that matters believes me. Don't
No comment.
worry, eventually this may load. Possibly, because I actually kind of need this to load.
I
Please.
hope it doesn't load. I hope you're stuck in limbo forever.
I'm sorry, Max. That was mean. It wasn't right, and I'm sorry.
Not just that, but you know.
Come
I
on,
better not
please.
have to take over. I got stuff to do.
Please load. Please fucking load. What if I just go to the normal web page? Will you load if I just go to normal web page, not the dashboard? I don't necessarily need the dashboard. I just need you to load. But I know that requires a lot of work for of you, AT&T. I know that our money isn't enough for you. No, I don't want ads. It's kind of loading. Like, but it's still... Well, we'll just hope nothing breaks. We'll just keep letting the page load continuously, and hopefully it won't lag up my computer.
The stream is just buffering. It looks like it's buffering indefinitely.
Oh boy. Chat just deloaded. I don't know how that's even possible. Alright, now chat's back. And the webpage fully loaded, thank God.
We did it! And he's dying, but you know, whatever.
Well, that's nothing new. Alright, so we're back to Rayman Oranges. And we're just gonna continue on from where we left off. So we were at the Sea of Serendipity. Whatever that means. I don't think the names actually matter. So I'll get my mouse out of the way.
Very close-minded of you.
It's not close-minded. Oh my god, I like this music. There we go. Did I just save a fellow Glowbox? I think I did. Let's get this like this. And now we jump.
Stream is buffering pretty often.
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. My internet's trash. Oh. No, don't grab on. How do I just not grab onto the rope? Oh, like that, I guess. Alright, okay. No one saw that. We're back to that phrase already.
You're still on like the main menu for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna refresh. Let me refresh, and that might be me.
Chat, are we good before I do anything?
You were on the Sea of Serendipity map for me.
Oh boy.
Port of Panic. Run in, it's the loading screen.
I could just swim in this. I was making it so much harder on myself. There we go. Hey, I want to get the extra lums from that. Oh my god. And I missed it. Fuck! Guess we'll just slide on over here. It hasn't buffered in the past 2 minutes, so that's a good sign. Okay. I think we're fine. Kinda. I mean, when I say kinda, I mean I've already dropped over 9,000 frames, and that's 26.7%. But, you know. Get those. There we go. Oh, nice. That was great. Okay. I thought I could swim through those very peacefully. Guess who was wrong?
Billy. Stupid idiot. Face.
Get rid of that. There we go. Give me that. We're good. Put my Wi-Fi in. I've been buffering for 2 minutes. Try reloading. Wait, I need to go back.
Everything's working.
Oh my god, I missed so many things. I guess I'll just go for this. Well, this is probably going to be one of the levels I have to play again off stream. Let's get that guy. Alright, there we go. This guy's just waiting up for me. That's really kind. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Oh, well then. That was fun. Guess we'll just wait for those to fall each time. I'll just keep going. Oh, Jesus. All right. Awesome. 9,000 frames. Jesus, Pop. Yep. Make that 12,683. 63. 83. 38. I don't know. It's now over 12,000, so I mean. And I keep dying because I'm looking 13,000. Am I still in Discord, Max? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I thought it'd be quiet just to get a little bit of a spook.
Well, I mean, I'm dropping 30% of the stream. It's spooky. And I don't know why I ground pounded into fire. I don't get it. I don't know why I did that. I'm just going to completely avoid that. Oh, I ran right into a bomb. Great. This level's difficult. Okay. Wait, I want that heart. Oh, I guess ropes only go one way. All right then. And I ran into that fire, and I just fell into the bomb. Great. There we go. Now I got the heart. Oh, ran right into that again. Ooh, give me that heart. There we go. Alright, doesn't matter. And now I'm stuck. Ugh. Fucking hell. Missed that heart, so I'm so dead.
Good.
I can't do it, though. I keep fucking up.
Oh, well then you're fucked.
I just ran into fire again. Fuck, man. When I get hit by fire, I can't do anything for a few seconds until I land. And then I fell into another fire. So that was fun. Alright. This is where we end the playthrough, guys. I'm just stuck forever.
Damn,
and the bomb just hit me. Just fucking hell. I missed that heart. I don't have time to go back for it. There we go. I did it. I freed whatever her name is.
Yeah.
I can now dive.
Still
I
not
can
the best
dive.
fairy, but you know.
Oh my god, I can't believe I needed this for a power. See, now this is the rare occasion where water levels will probably be decent.
Nope.
But only decent. Because these controls are kind of awkward still. This music, though, makes up for it. Look at all this.
Ugh.
What?
I'm just getting up.
Are you, though? That... Oh my god, I can just do circles all day in here. Just listen to this music, nice and calm.
Because the Screamo hasn't come yet.
All these free lums. I heard someone calling for help. Oh my god, that was a thing that can hurt me? What the heck, man? Is it up here? Definitely backward, though. Oh shit, I have to get these first. That, alright, where's this guy screaming for help at?
Who knows?
Oh, I see. It's gonna be down here, isn't it? Can I go down there? I can. I found it! I did it, boys! The fish sing, pretty much. Oh, this is bullshit. They fucking snuck up on me. He cheated.
Ooh, the
There we
fish
go.
are destroying the bit rate. Oh, wow.
Yay!
Those are some evil fish.
Alright, head back over here. There we go. Sorry, stream, for killing the bit rate. I'll try to get through this part as fast as possible. Get that. There we go. Jump up. Or just get stuck underneath that. That works too. Perfect. Thank you, Magic Booby Fairy. Calming fish music while the town burns. This is fine. There is no time. Well, yeah, it was burning actually. Shit. Can I kill these things? That's a no. Had to try. Alright, I already got all these lums over here, I think, so I'm good. This is really good fucking music.
Good soundtrack.
Ow, ow, ow. These jellyfish are assholes. Why can't we have more Rayman games?
Because Ubisoft doesn't care about Rayman. They care more about Rayman than Capcom cares about Mega Man, but they don't care enough to actually make more games.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, how do I get this coin, guys? How do I do it?
Gotta wait and see.
Oh, nope, instantly murdered again. Okay, I guess we're just not gonna attempt it.
Wait a second, let me give you some advice.
Gonna kill me, man. We'll try it one more time, once I get these.
Waiting for me to get to this coin.
I got the coin, now I have to get out, though. And I lost my one hit. So I need to not get hit.
You gotta be careful.
Oh, I did it! And there was another coin. I almost accidentally killed myself.
Well, don't do that, and don't kill yourself on purpose.
No! Oh my god, I have to go through all that bullshit again. God damn
Play
it.
Street Fighter V story with Ibuki buff as hell mod. Oh.
Get me Street Fighter 5. Alright, let's get this first, because this one's easier. Right to the top.
When you don't have the spinning move that makes you invincible?
No, I don't think so.
Underwater? Isn't there like a spin attack?
There's a spin attack, it doesn't make me invincible.
Oh, I thought it might have had some iframes. I don't know. There's definitely like a point in time where the path opens up.
Yep, I did it.
Ah, you did.
I want those extra lumps on there, but I don't want to get hit, so I'm not going to. I do. Can I not do that? I guess not. Oh! I mean, that works, I guess. Wasn't expecting that to happen. There we go! Top just got bodied by a jellyfish. Pretty much. So it seems like my internet calmed down. I haven't really dropped frames in the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. Pretty looking good. I'm pretty behind, but...
I think that's my fault. I could try restarting the stream real quick, and that may fix it. You want me to try?
No, it's looking good. It's
Okay.
me. At this point, there's nothing more we can do.
All right. Wait, there's another treasure thing I can go to. It sounds like. Let's go to a tree real quick. What have I got here? What do we got? What's the next unlock? There's the princess. We need 3 more for King Teensy. We need 3 more. We got this. Actually, real quick. Let's go do that treasure chest.
Bex and Max gonna put SA2 battle in Saturday's fighting tourney. You guys have shitty suggestions. I'm gonna stop listening to you. That's why we run the channel and you don't. We will never finish the Dark Story playthrough with Tom, because we all know I'd win and it'd be very embarrassing for everyone.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. We have to watch this animation real quick, because it's great. Oh, shit. Come on.
Really?
That's great, and then we have one more animation that we need to show real quick. Whee! I love this game.
I see you're building up speed in that corner, but you gotta build up speed for 24 hours.
Oh, jeez. Oh, god. Piranhas! I died.
People who still think Superman 64 is like the end of a bad game don't know what a bad game truly is.
It's just a bad game overall. It's not like it's a joke because of how bad it is.
It fundamentally does not work.
Ow! Ow! Well, I accidentally dived into the piranhas. That was not my intention.
There you go. You did it.
Oh, I lost all momentum. God damn it. Oh my god! All the momentum's lost each time there now. I keep fucking it up. Eventually I'll get through it. Oh, okay. Oh, no! No! Damn it, I get past the one part and then I just screw up with my one jump.
Can't believe it, you're fired.
Please don't fire me, I'm trying really hard. Yep, that just happened. God damn it. It didn't even kill me, it just got me stuck.
Fantastic.
It's like the game hates me. And by that, I just mean I suck at the game. It happened in the same exact spot again. Okay, that time it actually killed me. God! How do I manage to get right in between at the perfect spot where it does not kill me? It just gets me stuck. Well, I'm just getting stuck before even these parts now. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing wrong all of a sudden. Damn it. I think I'm going too slow. Yeah, okay. Kind of just dive in there.
Staying in your vest just isn't
Pop
good
keeps dropping these inputs. Maybe he should just put more weight into his fight stick. I don't have a fight stick. Joke's on you.
problem.
What just happened there? I went in a jump pad and it didn't get me as high as I'm supposed to.
What you did to it?
There we go. Oh boy, nope. Don't have enough momentum. If I lose momentum because it's ice, I'm just screwed. At least the music's nice.
I guess at least the music is nice.
I have to look at some type of positive, because right now, this is looking shady. Oh, fucking thank God I did it. It only took how many tries?
7.
So, how many did...
1,000.
I was about to say, did you count? But then you... I know you're lying now, you jerk. Let's go give this guy his tooth.
Count?
What just happened there? I don't know what that was about. But at least he has his tooth back. He still doesn't want to talk to me, though. Alright, next level, here we go. After I tug on this guy's beard. There we go. Once Phil stops being mean, what? Oh, Xenogears. You gotta talk to Phil, man. Gotta talk to him.
Xenogears is canceled.
Pretty much.
I'm canceling the hiatus, and I'm instating a full cancel. It is canceled.
Full
and that is
cancellation. You have nice music again. Oh, Jesus, what is this? Please don't kill me. Can I get through this? I can. Ooh, shit. Now the music got really creepy though. I'm kind of scared. Get all these. There we go. That buffering circle is gonna be the end of me. I'm sorry. Hey, Rose. Oh, geez. I almost ran right into that guy. Okay, there was a second. Just kill me. There we go. Pop, are you stealing teeth and throwing them? No, I'm getting teeth that belong to one guy because the chest stole them. And I ran into that spike. Awesome. And I ran into that guy. God damn it.
Sorry. Sounds like things suck. A lot?
Just a bit. Just a little bit. It's okay. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting the hang of it. It's okay. Oh, Jesus. Come back out. I want that one last long. Oh, jeez. We'll just go through that. That was simple. I ran right into that spike. I shouldn't say words. It always results in death. Or near death. Oh no. Oh no, they follow me, thank God. I thought I was gonna have to follow a light. Get that out of the way. I should have died to those jellyfish. How I didn't is beyond me. Look at these. Oh god.
Spell the word available.
Ow, I ran right into that.
Bright side, I shouldn't have doubted myself. 'Cause I do
I'm not
not
even
spell
going there.
available.
What's this thing? Oh, get back this way. I missed a, What? How fast are you? Oh my god. Somewhere over here. I ran right into the spike. Alright, let's try it. Let's try spinning but going downward.
What? It goes so far!
Alright. Well, I guess those guys aren't being saved. Because that's complete bullshit. Oh, I didn't mean to run into that jellyfish.
Are you sure?
Did you not see how far that jellyfish went? Or not jellyfish, arm went?
I believe.
Right. That piranha instantly killed me. Or not piranha. I don't know what it's called. The thing from Finding Nemo. Alright, just, you know what, just kill me. There we go. How am I embarrassing you, Rose? That doesn't even make sense.
Wow. Embarrassing, Rose. Very disgraceful.
Alright, I guess that's all I'm getting.
Oh, I don't know if
Alright,
I've said this
there
on
we go.
stream yet. The taking the viewers on a date thing is going to be moved to Friday. Not on
Oh,
Thursday.
boy.
Thursday will be Kingdom Hearts. The date thing will be Friday.
Alright, there we go. I'm dead. Again. Also, this music's getting really creepy, but awesome.
They start playing the drowning pool yet?
I don't know what it's
Ooh,
called.
Get up. Come on, get down.
I
with the
hate you.
sickness. You mother, get up. Come on, get down with the sickness. Oh no, this is the level
I
of
didn't run into
Chop Suey.
that. I hate you. I still ran
They
into that.
leave the keys upon the table.
Ugh, fuck, man.
Didn't you spin these? Wasn't that what you were doing? Spin them, they go back inside.
Yeah, when they have them, they don't all have one of those. Like the one
bet
with the
you're-
big coin.
I bet you're regretting picking the giant fat character now, aren't you?
Shut up. Stop fat shaming Glowbox.
I keep fat shaming him. He's got a bigger. Glowbox has the biggest hurt box. Not fat
Jesus.
shaming. It's fact. It's fact shaming.
Fat shaming, and everyone knows
I'm
that it's
shaming
okay
him
to
with
be
facts.
fat. There's absolutely nothing wrong. That was fucking bullshit. There's
There
absolutely
totally is
nothing
something
wrong
wrong.
with being
You got
fat.
a bigger hurt box.
Nope.
Yeah, for us humans it's fine, but if you have to navigate an underwater cavern with a bunch of spiky eels, it's better to be skinny.
Look at this bullshit with the arm. Oh my god.
Yeah, for the date, I'm gonna make a private room in the public Discord. Oh, I already have one, and we're gonna take viewers in. It's a bad idea. I'm gonna do it anyway. You'll get one-on-one time with
Oh, thank God, I got to the secret spot. I missed the first secret spot here, though, sadly. Oh, I'm starting to see the difficulty of this level. It's like, oh, this is easy.
All of the electrons are dead just because of
There we go. Good enough. Max, don't forget the loop. Oh, jeez. I thought it was just a date. Let alone it's the first date. Awesome! That was fun.
You're dropping stuff again for me, but I don't know if you're dropping stuff for anybody else. So people can hear me. Are we good still?
Alright. These arms are fucking annoying. Leave me alone. Why? Really? And now I can't even get up this. There we go.
I'm not obese gamer shaming, Kenny. God damn it.
That's exactly what he's doing. Before that thing kills me, there we go. Get out of that. There we go. Oh my god, that was a pain.
But you
That
did
was a
it.
huge pain.
I'm very proud of you.
No, you're not. You're lying to me.
Not really.
But it's okay. You know why?
No.
We get King Teensy.
I knew I didn't care. Do it.
You care about King Teensy? Come on. King Teensy is best Teensy. Alright, back to the snoring tree. Let's go get King Teensy, boys. It's almost like the arms are a mechanic. Shut up. They reach so far, and they're like homing missiles.
Said shut up. Was it you? Did you say shut up? Who just said shut up?
King Teensy scared Max out of the call.
Who did it? Fine. Don't tell me. I don't wanna-
Nothing. Sorry, I said shut up.
That did not sound like you, and it also you said shut up, and then you were talking over yourself. So I was like, oh no.
I don't know how. I am King Teensy, king of the fish.
I feel bad. I went in and told Apex to shut up. Whatever
All
you
right,
were saying was
there we go.
probably dumb anyway. So it's fun.
It's all good. I just did an amazing thing because King Teensy's awesome.
You finally picked small hitbox? Oh, thank God. Oh my God.
What is this thing? Oh no. That was rude. This rock creature tried eating me. Whoa, good thing I saw that. Can I kill that? I can. Oh my god, the spike tricked me. Oh no! Okay. No! The spikes! Okay. These spikes are mean. Oh, I almost hit that spike. So close. I like how these guys are just stuck after doing that. There we go. I did it! I made it out! Oh, Jesus! Whew! They sound like they're from like an opera. Who knew that fish could be so talented? I shouldn't have said anything.
They're not. Fish are dumb.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Let me be real. Let me be real with you for a second. Fish are maybe the dumbest creatures that have ever existed. And I think dolphins are dumb too.
That's kind of rude.
All dumb.
Oh my god! I keep running into these spikes and shit.
Like, you put like a piece of bread on a giant metal hook that's attached to this big like plastic like umbrella looking thing, and fish totally fall for it and think it's food. Like, what an idiot.
But I mean, they really want food, okay?
There's tons of food. It's the ocean.
Yeah, but they want more
We've seen
food.
more of space than we've seen of the ocean. That doesn't make sense either. Why are we still exploring space? There's stuff here still.
Right?
Finish what you're.
Well, I mean, I still
finish
want to
your
see
plate
what's in
and then
space.
Move on to dessert.
But I want to see what's in the ocean too.
I know it's in space, stars and planets, and they all look really pretty. But guess what? There's a guy who makes abstract wallpapers in Photoshop that look exactly the same. We've seen enough of space. If there was intelligent life, and if we actually mattered, they would have contacted us by now, and they haven't. So
What if they're
space.
like as intelligent as us and they can't contact us?
Well, then it wasn't meant to be. You know? Why do we need to call them? What are they gonna do? They probably suck at Rayman oranges.
And
Popcron probably plays the female Glowbox, and he still sucks at Rayman Origins.
shut up. Can I go? I can't go over there.
There's not
Nothing?
much to explain. Fish suck. You're either with me or against me, and you don't want to be against me, buddy.
There we go. I don't think I've come across any secret, like, lum things yet.
No, dolphins are stupid. Anyone who tells you
Jesus.
that a dolphin is as smart as a human is a liar. If they're so smart, why can't they learn other languages? If they're so smart, why haven't they invented anything? They just have sex
You're being
and make
unfair.
stupid noises. And you know what? You're a mammal. What are you doing in the water? That's why whales are dumb too. You were made for the air. Why are you in the sea, swimming?
I mean, you can say the same about me right now.
Don't get me started on you, all right?
Like,
I wanna
I'm
wanna
a
get
king
through this
teensy
stream with
swimming deep underwater. Why?
I want to get through this stream with as little interpersonal conflict as possible.
But Max,
HR says we yell at each other too much, so we gotta.
isn't
fix
that our dynamic? I mean,
That's what I told them. But they said Twitch doesn't let you be bullies,
what?
even if you're from the same group. Yeah, it's true. You haven't heard. about
Fuck
the-
you! I'll
the,
bully you all I want. Oh my god! What did I just
Dude.
do there?
Oh, maybe we should.
Oh my!
Maybe we should refrain from the bullying. Maybe we should.
I'm
pay
King
attention.
Teensy. I'll bully whoever I want.
No, you haven't heard about the Twitch Champions initiative? Basically, you can go on streams and you flag them to get taken down if you don't like their content, or if somebody says a mean thing and doesn't apologize immediately, and or you know, if it's a female and she doesn't take her top off, you can just report it, and then once you get to level 2, you can just look at a thumbnail, and if the thumbnail doesn't look interesting, you can just shut down the channel. It's a really neat feature, and if you get to level 10, then you're allowed to send one email to the people who work for Twitch. But it has to be a nice email that says, "Good job running this wonderful site." Dolphins aren't cute, they're stupid. Fish are stupid. Jotaro is an idiot for becoming a marine biologist. He can stop time. What is he doing hanging out with fucking sea turtles? Sea turtles are cool, but that's because they aren't fish. They're reptiles.
There we go.
No, they're a weird mixed thing. What are turtles considered? Not amphibians.
Amphibians?
They are non-amphibians. What is a hold on, I gotta Google what a turtle is. What is a
amphibians
turtle?
or reptiles?
They're classified as amniotes along with their reptile.
Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, I bought Nitro Plus Blasters on PSN because it was on sale. That game sucks. You got gypped by your friend. You should return that shit.
It's not great, but we had fun with it. So, fighting games is ruining my life, by the way. I think I promised that I was going to stream like ages ago, and I just didn't.
Practice stream buttons. Popcron playing fighting games too right now.
Yeah.
You mean Rayman Oranges is supposed to be a fighting game?
Have you not seen this
It's-
gameplay?
It's 2D. You go left and right. He's losing. There's a lot of
Shut
loss
up.
going on.
Yeah.
Bill, I'm giving you full permission to complain.
What
Here's
am I
the catch.
What am I complaining about today?
We're talking about how stupid fish are.
Okay.
Fish are dumb, right?
Fish are pretty dumb. When you really think about it, the ocean kind of fucking sucks. You know what I mean?
I don't
okay,
know.
So,
Yeah, but you didn't see these fish. They were attacking me, and also the friendly ones were singing.
Exactly. They don't care about it.
There's these
care about
rockfish
you.
that know opera. Like, it's fucking intense, Phil. It's intense shit.
well, okay, but if a fish knows opera, you know what I mean? Like, there's some use there. But I'm talking about like real fish. There's no use for real fucking fish. You know, I already knew. Yeah, but even then, like, fish is for me on the bottom of the fucking barrel.
Oh, I don't like fish. I don't even like to eat them. They serve no purpose.
Yeah, dude. Congrats on Xenogears being canceled. Is it finally off the streamer list?
I officially no. It's not on there anymore at all. It hasn't been on there for a long time. But tonight I finally said that Xenogears is not on hiatus. It's done.
Man, Shin Megami Tensei needs to watch out. I got Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. Great game, by the way.
I've heard it's
And the
like
version-
one of the best games this year, like in general.
Which is crazy considering a lot of that game is recycled content from SMT4.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, it's... Hey, did you like SMT4? Good, I hope you like to play the expansion pack. I mean, that's exactly what it is, but it's cool. But they gave me, in my version, it's just these 3 pins, which represent law, chaos, and neutral. And I'm realizing that the one for chaos, I think, is anarchy. Like the anarchy symbol, but it's just a giant Avengers logo. So I don't know if they're gonna get away with that anytime soon. So maybe I'm holding some pretty valuable merchandise in my hand because it just looks exactly. I mean, okay, if you look at it from another angle, it could look like a weird inverted peace sign or even like a fucking David star. But my nigga, that's just the fucking Avengers logo. That's not that ain't fucking around. Like, SMT4 is a great game. Shin Megami Tensei is a great series.
Man, I wish it came out on an actual system.
So do fucking
3DS is an
I,
actual
man.
system.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not. We're
not.
not having this conversation again.
Not again. We're
Back
not
to
complaining
this.
about this again.
Yeah, we cannot keep
God damn
complaining
it.
about the same thing because we do that on our Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough.
That
can't
we
do
have to save the 3DS rant for Kingdom Hearts again.
so we can talk about how shitty 358 and a half days is.
We haven't even started on 350 and a half days. Oh my god, you're
Are
right.
you- Are
No,
you
I mean
not-
complaining about it.
Oh yeah,
We gotta
absolutely.
save that for Thursday. Alright, I don't like seafood. I do like sushi. I will eat sushi.
I don't like sushi, but I do like some seafood. But it's not my favorite. You know what I mean? Like if I went to a place and they said, like it's only seafood, I would probably be the motherfucker who gets chicken tenders. Like that's straight up what I do.
Oh no! Every time
God damn it.
I'm in South Florida. I'm in like Fort Lauderdale area, and my family acts like fucking tourists. So if we ever go out to eat as a family, it's always at some like sports bar type thing by the beach, and it's like, do you want a mahi sandwich, or do you want like a burger served on toast? Take the burger, I guess.
God damn it.
They ever have.
Look, the only thing Floridian food has is what does he even have? It's like the whole seafood. The only thing you could potentially have is fucking sports bars. They're like sports bars everywhere else. Sports bars everywhere else that I've been so far are all fucking shit here in comparison to shit that I found in Miami. We actually have one. I forget the name of it, but it was a local one for when I lived in over in Kendall. And it was fantastic. It like the wings are fucking next level, like homemade, ridiculous wings. Other than that, Florida sucks for food, man. After going to Delaware for a week,
good places are stolen. Like it's not even like Florida food. It's like there's a lot of great Cuban places down here. There's a lot of great, restaurants that just aren't Florida food.
Yeah, exactly. S&P 4. No, okay, so the original, it's just hard. I think a lot of people, like, it's hard if you don't know that magic is the most overpowered stat in S&T games. Once you find out that magic is the only fucking role that you should probably be going, that game becomes, like, way better. It sucks that that's the way it is, but S&T loves their magic, man. I think SMT3, you can run a strength build, and there is like an insane move, but the strength build doesn't really come around until like late game. And you have this ridiculous move where if you power up, you basically get your party to power you up for one move, and the move does like fucking ridiculous damage.
So you see like deleted thing in the chat, don't say anything. Don't directly reference it.
It's a secret.
Oh no. Oh, I just clicked on it too. I really think the second one is your magnum opus. Like that look is the best look of all of them, really. That or the extra. The extra's pretty good too. I'm trying so hard to be vague.
Yeah. A teaser for something will come out tomorrow. Or maybe tonight. I don't know. I'm really bad at saving things to reveal.
It's a really good teaser. Oh man, that's so fucking stupid. Oh, I can't wait. Are you gonna showcase all of the
thingies?
Oh shit! Oh god, White Babies look fucking awful.
White Babies?
Yeah, I just retweeted it, check it out.
Oh jeez.
It's terrifying.
How many more worlds do you have right now? Those aren't real. Those aren't real
God
shit.
damn it.
Are you sure?
Wow, Max, that's rude.
Well, Popcron's open out, so I'm assuming that the stream's gonna buffer in 10 seconds. Hold on.
Oh no.
There, you're back.
These things want to kill me.
Shitty? How's your internet so shitty and yet if you run the source controls relatively well? I don't get that.
Did I run what well?
Source controls. The source option for the visual
I don't know, man.
on Twitch. But anyways. Maryland food? I honestly anywhere is probably better than Florida in terms of food. Florida has a really like good Spanish presence for food sometimes. But a lot of good Spanish food is super subjective anyways.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's not... Okay, like, with Italian food, you can fuck up Italian food pretty hard. But it's hard to do that. Spanish food is so fucking, like, upsettingly different, no matter, like, depending on where you get it from. Like, we just went, at our job, we were celebrating, one of our employees who'd been there for basically 10 years. And we were just like, okay, what do you want for lunch? And he's like, I want Chinese. And man, we could not find any fucking Chinese places that weren't, like, miles away, so we finally settled on the closest one. And it was the strangest combination that I had ever heard of. I'm not exactly sure what it meant, considering the food was indeed as Chinese as I could surmise it to be. But it was a Puerto Rican Chinese kitchenette place. And I've never been more confused in my life to see a bunch of people just chowing down on General Tso, but then you go to the right and it's just a bunch of fucking advertisements, like in any other traditional Spanish restaurant, for like, oh hey, here's this house, here's a job, do you want a puppy? And it's all in Spanish. Like, it's... I was fucking weirded out.
There's a place in Fort Lauderdale that it's someplace out of New York, and they do like weird Chinese fusion, and they have a Chinese Philly cheesesteak.
Hold on, the game needs to be turned down.
I just turned it down.
Okay, cool.
Because I didn't want to interrupt your talk, but I saw chat. We're good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Guys, it
Don't
takes...
remember the name. Sounds good. Guys, when you type your message, there's a 30-second delay before we care enough to read it.
It's actually more than that
give it
because of how
time.
the stream's been working this today. Remember? It's like 2-minute delay.
Yeah, but there's nothing preventing me from seeing it. I'm not really distracted by anything. I'm just like barely doing my job.
Nice.
Like, it's enough.
Alright, this King Teensy's still the best. Evil King Teensy's not all that great. This guy maybe is cool. But we can't get him yet. Still need 15 more electrons, whatever? I don't know. Also, someone wants you to screech, Phil. There you go. You did it.
I'm not fucking yelling right now. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm about to go to
You
bed
did
in
it.
a little bit.
What is this level? Oh, geez. Messiahing the mountain. We heard a...
Gord Fox is getting out the chancleta.
Wow, that was
Oh
quick.
no, put it down.
You have no idea how happy it makes me that you've switched to Teensies. It is.
Why does it make you so
making me
happy?
so happy. Oh,
What was it?
what?
What'd you say? You have no idea how happy what?
He was playing his glow box before. It's a box in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I just remembered
love,
something.
I love talking in Spanish. I
What'd you
actually speak
remember?
a lot more Spanish now. I'd like to think I speak a lot more Spanish now. Just because of my job, because I'm surrounded by Spaniards, as it were.
Discord got quieter?
But,
It sounds the same to me. I don't know.
Oh god. Just realized
Is that
we're not
100%?
close to beating this game. We're not close to beating this game at all.
Here, let me see if I can speak in Spanish for you guys. Give me some. My version of Spanish is like the most
Can't
fucked
really
up
turn it
version
up.
of Spanglish.
Sorry, guys.
Apparently, people say I have an accent, and I don't hear what that accent is until someone gets me to say like a very overtly Spanish word, and then the accent will come out.
It's because you're Faker Rican. You're really just white.
I'm kind of faker
Ow.
Rican.
You're Cracker Rican.
Cracker Rican. Cracker Cubano.
What's up, Popcron?
Oh, I said, oh god, because I died at one of the parts that I shouldn't have died.
Oh, that's a...
Oh, I see the pause menu. I got worried. Oh, and the mouse is going nuts. What's going on?
Oh boy!
What just
Okay,
happened there?
in relation to something like this, you'd be like, yo, what the hell is going on here? So I
I'll get
could
the
be
mouse off
"Pero qué
that."
carajo es eso, coño? Also, coño is a very, very fun word to say because coño doesn't really mean anything, but it's like fuck. In Spanish, there's a lot of words that don't really mean anything. You just say them and people get what you're saying. ¿Cuánto vas a eso? La gente venga aquí a coño.
God damn it.
Oh god.
Shut up.
I saw that last word. No, it's not anything you're doing, it's just the game.
Dude, I'd love to speak to him. Gaelic sounds fucking dope.
You gotta...
What happened?
He's at the...
That's
I saw him go to
cheating.
the last, like, hub type thing in the center in Rayman Origins, and then immediately remembered that's not the end of the game. You have to replay the game over and over again until you get all the teeth. You're gonna be doing a lot of revisiting.
Alright, we're just not gonna get that coin. I can't do it.
Start speaking Klingon. Oh man.
Did anybody see the new Star Trek movie?
I
That
did
was
not.
excellent.
I heard it was good.
No, I
and
haven't.
It's
I've
supposed to
heard
be
it was
coming out
really
really fast.
If Red Letter Media says it's good, it's probably really fucking good.
Well,
Yeah,
apparently
it's like
all
that.
the bullshit from the last two movies, some of the stuff that was just awful, was kind of erased in
It's
this
weird
movie.
because you see the fucking director behind it and you go, oh, it's gonna be a terrible movie. And then you
Who's the
watch
director?
the latest. Yeah, it was. The director was.
No, I said who's the director.
The Fast and the Furious guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you watch the fucking Fast and the Furious dudes, and you're like, wow, these movies aren't terrible actually.
Yeah, Fast and
Fast
Furious
Furious
is...
They're dumb.
fun.
They're just very action-oriented. Not amazing, but they're
That's it.
good.
They're big, empty, hollow action films.
Pero vas okay. ¿Qué te estaban diciendo?
But no,
Oh,
it
that's
was a good movie, but like all the problems I had with the other ones came back, where it's like it was a really fun movie that focused on like interactions between the team, so it wasn't all about Kirk, which was really nice.
Which
But at
is
the same
what Star
time,
Trek's about. It's all about the team. So.
Yeah, no, it's good, and there are a lot of good scenes where they actually just bounce ideas off of each other and everything, and then the climax is really good. But there are a couple of scenes in that movie where it's like, let's have an action scene, but let's just have it be only flashing lights. And I had to actually close my eyes during parts of the movie. I've never had to do that before.
You know
It's
what
just
action scenes are abysmal? Have you seen Suicide Squad yet?
Oh no.
you never
I'm
made
not
the
gonna watch
video,
it.
so I don't know what your opinion
You're
is.
right. You're right. You're gonna have to wait for the video, and I don't know
The
when that
dawn.
is because where's Jesse?
L.A.
In that call above
Oh
us.
shit, waifu, what's going on here?
She's not the best girl. She's second. She's second. Hold on, let me find him.
What the hell is
What are they
going
called?
on?
Called the nymphs.
Guy with Philippine Chirino, because I'm fucking bad at Spanish, dude. Like for whatever reason, I can understand what you're saying to me, but whenever my brain tries to
What the
process
hell
it,
just happened?
fucking-
Alright then.
Are you even that? I barely understand. Are you asking me why am I talking with these gringos, or why am I talking like a gringo?
No,
Sí,
the
¿por qué hablas
game.
con los pinche gringos? Yeah, you're saying, why are you talking to those fucking white people, I think. And you're saying pinche, so I think you're Mexican? Isn't that like a Mexican dialect? Or is pinche something that you can use in a...
What an educational
Obama.
stream we have tonight for you folks.
My god.
Where are you from, Gord? What is your dialect? Let me know. That's the other thing that's fucking stupid about Spanish. Depending on where you go, like the same word can have different meanings because fuck Spanish. Like it's the worst. Don't even fucking talk about like Portuguese. Portuguese is a fucked up language that doesn't need to exist.
Alright,
Brazilian
being
just
right back.
one
Which
off, but
Brazilian Portuguese or regular Portuguese?
just fucking Portuguese in general. Portuguese is a mix of Italian, French, and Spanish, and it's fucking dumb. Like, muy
Portuguese. I
Dios.
get the struggle. I didn't even care enough to learn. Fuck preserving the family. I don't care. What is Popcron doing? What is it? What is he doing in these poor glow boxes? You know what movie I really can't wait to see?
What's that?
Have you seen the trailer for the new Triple X movie?
What? No.
Bill? Oh my god.
outta
Also, you
here.
really can't look up Triple X.
No, you cannot.
I just found that out.
Wait, who's best girl? Oh, these are a lot of good girls. But which one's best girl?
I like the one with the dinosaur on her head, not the one on the left,
cute.
the dinosaur bone.
Oh, okay.
The tribal stuff, yeah.
I know that you choose every fucking fighting character like that. You like the Ganguro girls, man. I get it. I get you.
That's no. What are you talking about?
She's tan. She's the tannest motherfucker there. Hold on, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna mute.
That's not because she used to be white or Asian.
I'm
She's just tan.
I'm gonna mute. Hold on, I'll be right back.
What is he? Oh, he's gonna watch the. Yeah, if you haven't seen the Triple X,
Holy
the
shit,
Return of
space!
Xander Cage movie trailer, oh my god, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't even believe that it's real. Like, it's that dumb, and I can't wait to see it. Don't watch it right now, because we're streaming. But afterwards, I'll link it. Definitely go and watch the trailer.
Oh boy.
I can't believe that they're making another one of these. It's really incredible.
What are they making another of? Because I just got
The
back.
Triple X Return of Xander Cage. We watched the trailer together.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. But think of the dumbest thing that you've ever seen. It's like a Vin Diesel live action anime. That's the only way I can describe it.
Oh my god!
It's that stupid. Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah.
That is the fucking raddest thing to end the main segment on, is kick ass and try to look dope while doing it. Fuck! I'm so excited.
January 2017, we'll be together. We gotta go see it.
Oh my
We gotta go
God.
see it.
Oh, it's so good. Dude, people sleep on Triple X. That movie is fun, man. It's got some cool shit that happens in that movie. Like, it's just a fun fucking action film. Bitches, come! Oh, man.
Guns, global domination. Xander
It's
Cage.
so stupid.
Okay, so
Oh, that's just death.
I want to explain this because there's probably a lot of people who watched Triple X and thought that it was a bad movie, and guess what? You're not wrong. But here's the thing: bad doesn't always mean that. It just means that the premise is fucking stupid. But it could be the most fun, ridiculous ride that you've had in a very long time.
People
And-
confuse bad with stupid, and stupid isn't bad.
Yeah, but you can still use bad in a way to explain it because most people will get it. Like, oh, that's a bad movie. It's kind of like. It's
Oh my
just-
god,
yeah,
Popcron!
how
Oh
did
my
you
god!
fuck that up?
The
How did you
ceiling
fuck that
run.
up?
Shut up. It
Yeah,
did
like,
do good.
The best example is Redline. Redline is a stupid fucking movie, but it's also an amazing fucking watch. But the actual movie is dumb itself. Like, there's no. If you were to actually review it from a critical
An
standpoint,
objective,
objectively,
cinematography,
Oh no, cinematography is amazing.
God damn.
Like, but you're talking about the content that's there on display. The
Yeah.
story is you know,
abysmal.
abysmal.
Don't eat, yeah.
The character interaction is also
Terrible.
very rushed. It's terrible. There's a lot
Dialogue
of things you can say that are critically, objectively bad, but that's not what the experience is about. And that's one of the main reasons that I'm trying to get people hyped on Watch Dogs 2. Because I feel like
I'm not gonna get hyped for Watch Dogs 2 because I've played Watch Dogs 1.
But
Yeah,
see,
but
that's the thing.
fucking
That's
dumb.
the thing.
Do that.
Watch Dogs 1 is built on the premise of
Being
this-
serious. I know.
Of being
Regardless,
but
I don't trust Ubisoft.
I didn't trust Ubisoft when Assassin's Creed 4 came out. I'm assuming that,
Yeah, and then
This is
Unity and
legit.
Syndicate came out. What's your point?
don't get me wrong. I still don't trust Ubisoft. But my
So don't get
point
hyped.
is-
You can look forward to
No.
it, but don't
Here,
get hyped.
here's my point. the game could release and the gameplay part of it could straight up not work, and I would still enjoy it based solely on what I have seen of the story. That I'm usually not the person who sacrifices gameplay for story. I think people like that are dumb. But this is the one occasion where I have been like, the game could not function, but if it has a watch all cinematics thing on the main menu, worth the $60.
There's so many people they're part of this weird culture, like this counterculture to answer the counterculture, because there's this upsettingly like awful display that a lot of like corporations are trying to do, where they're trying to approach the demographic of millennials and go like, oh guys, we get it guys, you're all like technologically involved, y'all know what's going on, you got your finger on the pulse. I think there's a lot of companies that they're doing a lot of their like entertainment media to sort of answer to that and be like, look at how trendy and cool we are. And that's what corporations are going to do forever and a day, because it's easy for them to categorize people into a generation. So a lot of people, I made the joke earlier of Watch Dogs 2 is just Jet Set Radio for millennials, because that's what they're attempting to do with it from a corporate standpoint. But I can tell from a developer standpoint, they looked at the problems that were present in the narrative structure and the gameplay structure of Watch Dogs 1, just from looking at how they presented the game in side by side from Watch Dogs 1 to 2, where there isn't this grandstanding bullshit about like a world you can control and move and at your will, and you're like this secret hacker. No, you're just some dumbass kid with a grenade launcher that can use an iPhone real good. And that's what the story is going to be about, and I'm all excited for their just complete understanding that it's almost like a fucking parody, and
that's what it feels like. It feels like a parody. Don't get me wrong.
Doesn't mean it's gonna pay
off. But what I'm saying is, from what I've seen, it seems like it's going to. Just based on like the narrative beats and the characters.
Nothing I've seen looks impossible. Like from the get-go, they have shown what the game is going to look like, and it doesn't look fucking spectacular, but you can already tell from like the art direction, like the colors are more vibrant, everything pops out a lot more. The characters are dumb, yet they've got motivations, and you know what they want to do. Like everything so far objectively makes that game look better. To be fair, it's not hard to improve on Watch Dogs 1. Watch Dogs 1 was a miserable fucking experience the whole way through, with some really solid ideas that unfortunately just got left to be half-baked. So what you could do... Oh, you're right, I did fucking typo that. Whatever. So what you can do is still get... I think you can still get hyped for it, but cautious
I'm not gonna get
optimism
hyped.
is still, you know, a good thing to have.
The other thing is, after the Watch Dogs 1 fiasco, I don't know how willing they'd be to false advertise at this point, because of that stigma that everybody has for Watch Dogs.
In fact, I think it's just because we've become like we're part of a jaded generation. Honestly, the whole quote-unquote millennial thing is starting to piss a lot of people off, because they're starting to realize that the gap that fucking insinuates is getting like lower and lower, and more people are starting to become like being older millennials, and they hate that fucking title because there's such a big stigma associated with it. But in actuality, it shouldn't be. It's just a dumb thing for corporations to categorize you simply think. Shitty, but you know, it's this weird counterculture movement that exists to just make fun of millennials. I actually had a friend of mine tell me that the reason why he's not going to like play Watch Dogs 2 is not for any other reason than the fact that there is apparently a character in the game that is a feminist who happens to look like a casual Tumblr SJW. And because of that, the existence of that character, he is willing to not play the game. And I feel like that's the dumbest, most selfish fucking reason to like not potentially have a fun fucking experience.
Here's the thing: if you put that exact character in Watch Dogs 1, it'd be more understandable, because then it is just pandering. In this game, it fits more with what they're trying to do, which I totally think is just the whole game feels like a parody. Like we keep making jokes. It's like, oh Marcus, please don't hack the space-time continuum. But I'm not entirely convinced that isn't gonna happen at this point.
If it turns out to go that far, I'll be slightly excited. I just don't know if it's gonna live up to what we're hyping it up to be, because we're seeing it as our vision, not their vision.
The trailer.
I've seen the trailers. I've seen all the trailers.
The latest one?
How late it? Like
2 days ago.
Okay, that one I have not seen.
Oh my god.
That one is literally the best. Track his time. I can't. He's already in.
Link it in.
He cuts to him.
Yeah. Okay, I'll link it for you.
Yeah, I'll look at it after stream.
It's
just have
so
it in Discord.
stupid, and it looks so fun. Like, that's what was missing from Watch Dogs 1. Like, I liked the idea that they were going with the original one, where it was, like, gritty, and he kind of... I get that real, almost cyberpunk dystopian vibe, and they fucked it up because they didn't have a writer, they didn't have a story, they didn't have anything. Here, the story is clearly defined. You know exactly who people are and what their motivations are, and I want nothing more than to see this fucking dumb character who wears a dead mouse mask do stupid shit with his cool, trendy black friend as they use their iPhones to hack the planet. That's all I want, is a dumb experience that plays like a fucking game that's about fun, not a gritty, my niece is dead, who we've only seen for all of 5 seconds in a montage that has been barely played. Now I have to go on this fucking 40-hour tirade to save the planet. No, Marcus isn't a good guy. He's a black hat hacker with the incentive, with the idea that he wants to hack the planet and he's gonna try to help people. But then they totally call him out on it in the fucking trailer. It's like, nobody cares if they're being oppressed. They only care if it works. I was like, whoa, that's like deeper than anything that was said in the entirety of
And they say that, and you're like, are you really the villain even? Like, you're making great points. I agree more with you than anyone else.
I agree with the Shia LaBeouf douchebag looking dude who says namaste, and then they do the montage of the crazy parkour bank heist. I'm like, man, this looks fucking dope! I'm so excited!
What was I gonna say something. No.
Ow.
What were we gonna say? I think you were gonna say something about it.
I was gonna say, when did the whole dead mouse head thing get popular?
So what are you guys saying is Watch Dogs 2 is a bit more interesting? Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. I would guess around Daft Punk. I mean, it doesn't look like it looks more Daft Punk than Deadmau5.
But it's still the same idea. That's what I mean. Yeah. Because like you see it even with Overwatch, Lucio has one and he's a DJ. It's all about DJs having helmets.
I'd say Daft Punk started it, Deadmau5 popularized it.
Okay. Okay, I keep getting stuck in between this rock and lava.
Yeah, I'm watching. I don't know what to tell you even. I don't.
Look, it's gonna be one of those situations where.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm 100%. We're probably gonna be on the right side of history. 100% maybe. But I honestly feel like Watch Dogs 2 is going to be super fun, because a lot of the impressions came out, and a lot of people have been like, honestly, a lot of the problems in the first one have been fixed, and they just added more. They compounded ideas that.
I have hope for the game. I just don't like getting hyped. Getting hyped just leads to disappointment. If I have no expectations going in, then I can.
If I looked at it being that jaded, I would fucking hate video games. Honestly. Like, I'd rather be hyped and disappointed than not fucking hype at all. Like, I'm sick and tired of this fucking generation of gamers, the fucking NeoGAF keeps propagating, and it's from fucking NeoGAF. It's from NeoGAF and GameFAQs. I hate that shit. I love hype. I love the hype
Here's the thing.
I fucking talk about the hype train.
I will overhype a game and everything, but I agree, Popcron, that, like
there's some game. With that said, I
like,
still get hyped for some games, but with my previous experience, I have every reason to not be hyped. I have hope for the game, but I'm not going to be hyped.
Trust me. I understand where you're coming from, like 100%. It's just for me, I've seen enough where I can get excited and get hyped about it without the feeling that I'm gonna be disappointed. But see, like, you and me are, like, very different, where I can get a lot of enjoyment. That game could suck. That game could come out and be 3 out of 10, don't buy it, barely works, buggy mess. I, like, still get enjoyment out of pieces of trash like that, which is why I always play them on my nights, or fucking go to bed.
Yeah, those could be fun too. It just depends on how broken, because sometimes it's just a bad game. With Watch Dogs 2 in the direction it's going, even if it's a broken mess, yes, maybe it'll be fun because it'll be dumb and stupid, to the point of where it's hilarious. I don't know. It's just, I'm very skeptical of games now because I've been burned so many times.
Okay, see, I disagree with the whole idea of, Watch Dogs 1 looked fun too.
Watch Dogs 1 looked interesting. I don't know about fun.
No one got their hands on Watch Dogs 1 until the year it came out.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 2 came out and they said, it's playable. This is what the game is. Come and try it out. And every impression so far has been, yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, every impression I've heard has been, it's pretty good. Like, it might be fun. Like, who knows? And might be fun is all I fucking need, because I know that, honestly, I can temper my expectations back a little bit, because I'm not going into it with the expectation it's going to be like this amazing fucking game. What I'm expecting is it's going to be a fun experience worth my fucking time and effort.
Yeah.
It's not going to knock my socks off. It's not going to do anything new.
Yeah.
It's just going. Yeah. It's going to be what I want going in. It's going to be a dumb fucking like hackers movie-esque thing that is all about running around this stupid world and doing dumb shit with your friends.
No,
like, that's it.
See, it's not.
That's all I want.
See, it's not that Pop's being a negative Nancy at all. Games are fucking expensive. You need to know what your expectations are, and if you feel like you're gonna be disappointed, that's totally within your own right. It's completely understandable.
Yeah, what I'm talking about.
And I was just going to say, like, in terms of Watch Dogs 1, there's really no reason to get hype or really have any expectations from something like that, because the only thing they ever showed was, like, E3 dickbait. And that's it. If you haven't, like, seen the way it works, and, you know, you like, this is what when the game comes out, this is what I'm getting, then, you know, you have every reason to be as skeptical and everything as you want. And even when you have seen how a game works, you decide, you know, alright, is this for me? No? Fine, I avoid it, you know. But there's nothing wrong with looking at something and going, yeah, I don't really know about this, I'll have to, you know, wait. And there's also nothing wrong with saying, you know, I've seen one story trailer and I hear that the game functions. That's good enough for me.
I also just don't see the point of getting completely hyped for most games when I'll find out when it's released. And then I don't pre-order, nothing happens. If it's bad, I don't get it. If it's good, I end up getting it. It's just...
And
I don't
you know,
have to hype myself up for every game.
The thing with me is I'll hype myself up, and then I will go, oh, Watch Dogs 2 came out 3 weeks ago. Because that's what I do. I pilot the hype plane.
Yeah, the hype plane, straight up. My issue, and when I talk about, like, this negativity, like this jadedness, is NeoGAF is probably the biggest, like, affront to this.
And NeoGAF, 4chan, Reddit, they're all the same.
Any sort of internet
they're propagating that.
They just propagate this sense of, like, oh, well, fuck this because it's popular, and then they'll play shit.
There are definitely people who are unnecessarily negative, and it's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't believe me, go to NeoGAF and look up any Final Fantasy 15 page where they'll just fucking shoot the game to shreds. And to the point where there was a demo video. The Eurogamer Expo yesterday and today, and they kept posting this fucking GIF over and over again of Commander Holly just fucking up and getting her shit pushed in by a crab. and people were just posting the GIF, and it was a bad GIF. And if you looked at that gameplay, like for what it was at face value from that GIF alone, you'd say that the gameplay sucks, not that the person playing it fucking sucks. But people were going back and going, "What's wrong with the GIF?" And they're like, "Well, the combat looks like it sucks." And it's like, so wait, the person is bad at playing the game, and for whatever reason, you think the combat sucks because of that? There have been so many impressions coming out from both EGX and PAX. People have been like, yeah, they've fixed a lot. They've definitely fixed a lot of the problems that Platinum had. And even then, the Platinum demo was really fun for me. I actually took the time and effort to learn the things that you can do in the Platinum demo. And that system opened up like gangbusters. You could do so much cool shit in that. And now with the game coming out and apparently feeling better and the addition of skills and stuff like that, I'm gonna have a good time at 15. I'm officially back on the hype train for 15.
Yeah, I was nervous for a bit, especially even after like I first played the Platinum demo, but recently I went back and played through it. And I'm like, you know, running at a stable frame rate, this is gonna be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit faster. It's just, I think games nowadays, one of the reasons why it's so easy for people to just be blindly negative about everything is I'm a big supporter of demos. I'm a big supporter of let the game do the talking,
please.
Put it in your hands. It's great. And recently that doesn't happen. Look at the PS4 demos you have to offer. Like,
demos have more turned into like betas normally now.
Well,
but even that's better than nothing. Like,
yeah. So, but I just meant, I'm using that as an example of there are still demos.
Yeah.
They're just normally called betas or alphas or whatever. For example, For Honor, I probably would have never touched that game if I have never played the alpha. I mean, it looked cool, but I probably never would have touched it. And the alpha's really cool, so...
And exactly, the first time we saw For Honor, it looked like a clunky mess, and we didn't hear about it for, like...
And the things at E3 was
right?
like it was rock, paper, scissors, and it was not very fun. And they must have switched something. I mean, it's still, in a way, rock, paper, scissory, but it has a lot of depth to it, which is what I like. And
For
I just
Honor's
died
great.
again.
I really liked it. I would have never realized how great it was if I hadn't gotten to play it with my hands.
But
also, I think it's really stupid that everything that comes out, regardless of if it's an actual beta or not, is called a beta. Some betas are straight up demos, and people need to fucking get over that.
Yeah.
Damn.
But one other thing when it comes to hyping games up and stuff, one thing that it had to be at least a year ago now. Fuck, I hit another spike. I was watching a stream, I won't name the person, but they were playing World of Warcraft.
It was Aphex.
It was not Aphex. It was no one, I don't think you guys would even know them, but still it's no point in name calling because they're a bigger Twitch streamer. They basically were playing World of Warcraft, and it must have been around the time that Legion was first announced, or some other game. It may not have been Legion, but they were talking and hyping everything up with very little footage seen. It was just basically an announcement, and they said it was basically their job as creators to hype up games, and I find that bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to people who have a lot of influence. That's fucking bullshit.
Our job is to do whatever the fuck we want. Say whatever
You do what you want,
we don't,
and if
unless we get paid for it. If we get paid for it, that's different.
Better
I'm being
fucking
serious.
tell
If somebody
people who
pays
get
you to
paid for it, though.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
I mean, when you have a lot of influence, you don't tell people to hype up a game normally. Like,
you can tell people to like hype up a game. If you're excited about it genuinely, then that's then you can do that.
But if you're just hyping up every game because it's popular, every AAA title just for the sake of it, it's fucking stupid. I don't like it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. And this is the fucked up part about it, is that there are people out there who genuinely like every AAA title. If that wasn't the case...
And those are the people you never trust.
Getting made. No. That's the thing, is it's not about whether or not you should trust someone. It's about, like, a lot of people have this problem. Where... And you said it earlier yourself, and it really is indicative of
one of the biggest problems that gaming has, and it's the idea that there's just so many people who are more willing to follow the crowd, even if the crowd may be overtly negative or positive, just because that's the easiest thing to do. You said yourself, I'll wait until I get impressions, and then I'll play it. There are games out there
I'm
that
very
have
open.
bad
If I'm wrong, I'll even admit I'm wrong when a game comes out. But until then, I can stay skeptic because it's the cautious way, and I lose nothing by staying cautious.
Yeah, but are you staying skeptic because you're skeptic, or because that's what the internet told you to be skeptic?
Because I'm staying skeptic. I want to stay skeptic.
Sure?
I don't want to get
because
burned.
It sounds like a lot of
Popcron got burned by Watch Dogs 1 pretty hard.
I got burned by a
well,
lot of games.
Everyone got burned by Watch
Yeah.
Dogs 1. I bought Watch Dogs 1. I went to the midnight release, and that was a terrible fucking day for me. That was a day in which
I tried
so
to
much bad
warn
shit
everybody.
happened, and then I went and played that game, and it made it worse. So my
Yep.
thing is that like I feel like a lot of it's what I was trying to talk about with the NeoGAF. When you get a lot of talking heads saying the same thing, at some point it becomes the truth because there's just too many people saying it, and you're like, well, I don't. It's got to be true. It has to be true. I'd say, generally speaking, yes, reviews aren't bad, and you know, some people, there's a genuinely good point. If Paladins isn't a super polished fucking Overwatch clone, maybe you shouldn't play Paladins.
Paladin's trash,
But-
and Max is gonna play it for the joke, and I actually hate him for it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be the most fun I've had since Battleborn.
Someone get Max a copy of Overwatch, because he'll never buy it himself.
Battleborn's not terrible. But anyways, it's just
Battleborn is terrible. That's just not. You're just lying now.
It had some good ideas. That's as far as I'll go. But I don't like Gearbox in general, too, so.
it's. Did you like Borderlands 2?
Borderlands 2 was
I hope you
okay.
I hope you like having throw up on your fucking HUD because that's what it's gonna look like.
Yep.
Is a fucking Disney character on crack that just
Oh, why do I keep
splattered the
going that
fucking
way?
windshield.
Shouts memes really loud, and if you try and turn down the volume, they yell at you.
But am I whining though, Gord? Like, is it really whining if I'm just saying the truth though? Like,
What is he
like,
claiming you're
I
whining
think-
for?
I don't know.
I think
don't
it's
I'm
it.
whining.
There's
I'm not trying to be
there's a
negative right now. So
there's
You didn't sound like
this
you were
is an
whining
open
me, that's why I was
discussion.
asking. Yeah.
It's an open discussion. It's a heated discussion, but it's an open and civil discussion. I personally think one of the biggest issues right now is that people are torn between either overtly negative or completely willing to settle for anything.
Fuck, every time the
And
same
both
spot.
are terrible.
me and La have actually had this conversation quite a bit, where we talk about like, it was when Black Ops 3 came out last year, and we were talking about like, oh, I actually enjoyed the Black Ops game, even though the beta was kind of shit. I didn't have any hype going into it, and I played the single player, and I said, it's okay, it's fun. Would I pay $60 for it? Would I choose this for $60? No, absolutely not. But for what it was, I had fun. And he said, are we sure that's because it's actually fun, or we're at the point where anything is good? Like, as long as it happens to be good. And I feel like there's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. And I feel like a lot of that comes from that negative, that overly negative fucking thing we have as gamers. Because there has just been, like, over the past 3 to 5 years, a lot of crazy shit has happened. But with the Gamergate incidents, the massive E3 downgrades going on, and just general tomfoolery that has been going on in the games industry.
Xbox One shenanigans. And
That's-
launch.
that's-
God, fucking
that's
always
finally-
online DRM.
Yeah, like that's finally coming to light because, you know, there's a more open forum for it. So on some level I agree. I do think that there's definitely this sort of like need for just something playable, something that works. But at the same time, I don't think it's I do think that there's quality out there. I do think that there's a lot of people who look at games and they just kind of just pass it away because it may have like a shitty community or too much hype around it. A fantastic example is Undertale. Undertale is a game that if you were to just go by the community, you would not enjoy that shit. You would fucking phone it home, and
I told you
Fuck!
so.
and that was it.
And then me and Tolly started our playthrough, and that's some of the most fun I've had streaming was with Undertale. That game is fantastic. It is funny. It is just a good game all around. And
that just brings up something completely different.
Had I let the Tumblr, no, I don't think it's different. I think
like,
it's
well, I mean, like you said, the fans and fandoms in general are toxic and awful. So, and
it depends.
Ruin
though,
shit.
Because
not every single fandom, but a lot of fandoms.
Yeah. No, I won't disagree that it's most.
No. I'm not disregarding that he doesn't want to hype it. I think it's not about disregarding it. I think that there is definitely. I'm not saying he's wrong. We're gonna joke around and say Popcron is wrong because that's what we do. We're gonna fuck with Popcron. That's just what
everyone fucks with me. I just take it. God
hey
damn.
Man, everyone thinks I'm a racist and I just take it. It's fine.
Well, that's because you're a racist.
You're actually a racist.
No, I'm not. I just say nigger a lot.
You even pretend to speak Spanish to try and cover it up.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But you know, it's just it's not about like I think Pop is definitely in his right, but at the same time it's weird to me to hear I'm gonna wait until I hear what other people have to say. Like that never gels well with me. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that.
I want to wait till I see not even what other people say, just what the game plays like when the full game is out. Not a demo, not a beta.
It's less like
I want to see the game for myself. I want to see actual people playing it, not some pre-recorded stuff that people may have planned or may not have planned. I wanted to see the game as if someone was playing it.
No tricks, like the final product.
Remember
in the year 2016.
I remember walkthroughs. Why are walkthrough channels bet like more?
What are you talking about? Just start a Let's Play video and mute it.
Yeah,
idiot.
What if I want to hear the story?
Guess what? Mute the stream right now. You watch the worst walkthrough of Rayman Origins ever. We've been on this level for like 30 minutes.
Fuck you so much.
No, we've had a good discussion. I feel like that carries the stream. For me, I just consider this a loop at this point as background for bedtime stories.
I'm dying at the same exact part. It may as well be a loop.
Whenever I show up to a stream, it becomes bedtime stories because we just end up playing God Eater and going, man, God Eater is fun. Like that's all the God Eater streams are.
That's the point, though. At least we have something in the background. Like I'm okay with that.
On Romeo and talking about how good God Eater really is. By the way, I totally had a fucking guy call me out on GameStop today. So I went in yesterday, and I traded in a couple of games. For those of you who didn't know, it's over now. But GameStop was doing a special, like a flash sale kind of thing, where if you trade in any game, doesn't matter what, you get 50% more for it. If you're a pro member, you get 60% more. So I traded in Monster Hunter Generations, Monster Hunter Ultimate, another 3DS game that was so forgettable. I don't really remember what it was. Uncharted 4, because I haven't played that in a while, and Payday 2. I was like, okay, I should get like maybe. I didn't even check the prices. I'm like, I should get like maybe $50, maybe. I walked out with 104 store credit. I'm like, fuck. So I got King of Fighters 14 and SMT Apocalypse. And this guy who looks visibly stressed, like this GameStop employee that I've seen every now and then. And he's a cool guy, but you can definitely tell he's there to push his own agenda. He is there to push sales for the Xbox One and the games he likes. Looks at the copy of Monster Hunter 4, and his friend him and them just look at me and nod their heads silently in disagreement. And I look and I go, look, I know I'm weeb fucking trash, but God Eater's just way more fun. And he goes, oh, how dare you? And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like,
dude, I'm sorry. You're objectively wrong, though. God Eater is better.
It's on PC.
It's not even an argument. It's on consoles. Fuck PC. It could have came out on the PS2. It would have been better than Monster Hunter.
Like, I still owe Chrono, if he's still around, Chrono, I'm sorry, baby, I still owe him a fucking PS4 playthrough with Monster or God Eater. So, it's just, I don't know, it's exactly what I wanted from that kind of game. I just wanted a fun, cooperative experience that didn't require immense amounts of grinding. And God Eater is that. It's exactly that. Like, I feel progress with every mission we do. And it's hard for things to do that. It really is. and that game nails it. It just fucking nails it, and I just got called out. So
I don't know.
Monster
I gotta say,
Hunter,
in terms of playing games, I
Oh
don't know
my
if
god, I
it,
did it.
I don't know if
Fuck.
it, yay!
Fuck
I don't know
that
if this
level.
made me. Yeah, no, really, fuck that level. That's not. This
Oh
isn't
my
an
god,
easy
it was
level.
the same spikes because you're going at such a fast speed, and then these
You
spikes
have
are
to
on an
boost-
uphill. They're at an
You
incline.
have to boost through the glass, but you also have to avoid the spikes.
Ugh.
No, what I was gonna say is I don't know if this whole like YouTube, Twitch, having a voice and people listening to it and like the working on reviews thing made me better off or not. I'd like to think I look at games more objectively, but like sometimes a lot of people confuse objectivity with negativity. Like it's very easy
God
for
forbid
you to
criticize
be like,
something.
yeah, it's easy to call somebody out on someone who's like, all right, well, I hate the story of The Last of Us. I think The Last of Us is, I don't like the story at all. I don't believe in the character's motivations. I don't believe in anything in that goddamn game.
With
The
that
gameplay,
said, the
you know,
story was
fine,
probably the best
whatever.
part of that game. The gameplay was kind of from what I've heard.
But see, like, yeah, but see, like, then you go and it's like, oh, what do you, it's just a game, what do you want? Why are you being so negative? And it's like, no, objectively, the plot has major holes, and there is no motive. Like, I don't care that Joel lost his kid. It doesn't matter. I knew the kid for 5 minutes and she's dead. It's the same thing with, like, I don't
It was
mean to
still
bring
more
back
time
Watch
than with the
Dogs.
niece and Watch Dogs.
Yeah, but, like, even, not really. I mean...
No,
She
yeah,
dies pretty
no,
quick in
that,
Last
that
of
I'll
Us.
disagree with. The niece got a fucking 5-second montage. You get to
Yeah.
play her for a whole 30-minute juncture of the game. Like there's a setup, there's an execution, and then there's a payoff. And like honestly, I disagree with you on that one only because that voice actor is probably one of the best voice actors. Because it's
For
like
the
me and my
niece?
friend talk. Yeah, because we're not the niece, the fucking
The daughter in The Last of Us.
because it's not when
Oh,
she
so
gets
then
shot that
you're agreeing
sad.
with me. You're disagreeing with Max. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not,
he's
it's not when
disagreeing
you're
with me.
it's not when she gets shot that makes you sad. It's that death gurgle she has that sounds like she's hopeless that makes you go, oh, okay.
And
now
how
I'm-
she was killed.
Now I'm crying. Like now
but
tears
see-
are coming out of my fucking eyes.
But see, here's my problem. One, from the very beginning, I knew she was dead. From the very beginning, you know
Oh, I
she's
knew-
gonna die.
Yeah, but that's even worse. Like that, I feel like that actually helps the whole thing go forward because you know, and the best part about it was is nobody because you're looking at it from a thing where I think you played it. Did you play it at launch or later?
I played it later, but I didn't listen too much to what other people had said before.
Yeah, but see,
Excuse
that nobody knew. They completely held the secret that you were gonna play as the daughter because they brought it up before. But then, like the fact that he has a daughter, but no one ever knew how that was going to be conveyed in the story, or if at all. And then when you start to see it, you go, oh fuck, she's gonna die. What's gonna happen? And then like it's a sense of dread because it works in to favor that game because yes, you know the ending, but how you get there, that's a case of it's the journey, not the destination that counts. And I think the game did a fantastic job at that. Do I think Last of Us is overrated? Yes. Do I think
Oh,
the
yeah,
the story
very
is
much
bad?
so.
No,
Here's my-
not at all.
Here's my problem, though, is I am a firm advocator of the journey is more important than the destination. I knew Persona 4's ending before I started the game up for the first time, and I still went 200 hours into that. The difference is I didn't care as much about the character of Joel's daughter, and just because, like, I don't know, for me, 30 minutes isn't enough to like, really latch on to something. And, you know, she dies, and you go, yeah, that's sad. Yeah, you lost your daughter. It's very sad. Yes, it's very gruesome that happened, but at the same time, like, the daughter's name is Sarah. See, I don't remember that.
See, but that's
I
the
don't...
thing is we're not
All
looking.
I think it was
know
more.
about
I
her-
think.
We're not
I think
looking at
the issue, or not issue, sorry, it was more about Joel than the daughter. It was more
Yeah,
for
exactly.
character development.
Absolutely. It's less about her and more about what makes Joel the fucking crazy asshole that he is throughout the whole game because Joel's a crazy fucking asshole who's also a murderer, by the way. So like,
He murders the human race. Yeah.
yeah, like.
Well, there's
the
supposed to
whole
be a
story is that-
second video game, so who knows?
There shouldn't be though.
There shouldn't
but
be.
see,
That
that's
is something I
that's one of the
completely agree
things
with.
that I didn't have a problem with, because by the end of Last of Us, they, you know, Joel and Ellie have a connection. So when he's like, "Fuck the people, I'm saving Ellie," and everyone's like, "That's so dumb. Why wouldn't you just give her up? You just doomed humanity." It's like, no, it makes sense for his character to do that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, like, I would have appreciated his motivation and who he was as a character if Sarah, I guess, was just a little bit more of a character and not so much of a plot point. Do you get? Is that coming out?
No, you're
right?
you're
I mean, like-
absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct, because she is just a literal walking plot device, and that is probably the weakest part about that character, is that there's definitely something to be said about the fact that she is only there to set up motivations. It's not. I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm saying as far as plot devices go, she's one of the better ones I've seen executed in games as of late. In fact, I would say one of the best ones, just because it is the go-to like thing that, like, if you're gonna look up Last of Us reactions, it's that one and fucking the Ellie like moving into the winter thing. So that one of the main things that people always like try to look up is that beginning, that scene where, you know, Sarah dies, like she gets fucking shot. And it's the same point. Everyone is like, "Oh, it sucks," and then she does the little death girl when you go, "Oh, that sucks even harder. Oh, it's the worst." But are you guys even there?
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay,
No, you just started saying a bunch of dumb shit I didn't care about, so I just left.
that's my life. Anyways,
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
agreed to
Oh,
disagree.
jeez. I may have
Granted,
fucked up.
Last of Us is completely overrated. Not a bad game by any means. It's fun.
No, gameplay wise, you know, it's a third-person shooter. It's solid. It plays good. The crafting system isn't completely useless. Like it's not just shoehorned in. You know, it feels substantial enough to be there. I don't subscribe to, like, I don't think it needed to be like remastered and, like, I don't know.
I think that was
It's
just
not
to get it
like-
onto the new console. It wasn't a
All
real
right.
remaster.
No, I get
Alright.
that.
So
What I'm saying is, like, I wouldn't have bought it again if I had already played it. That is a play once and throw away game for me.
So, I have a problem with the remaster because it is the best example of that, and it's a quote that gets like thrown around a lot for a lot of people because they get upset at it. The 30 frames per second is more cinematic.
Yeah.
That game is the best example of that in action, because Last of Us in 60 frames almost ruined that experience for me. Like that, because that is supposed to feel like a movie, and the PS3 version, to me, to this day, is still the ultimate version you should play of The Last of Us. Because Last of Us at 60 frames just feels like a fucking game. And when I was playing Last of Us on the PS3, it felt like an experience. Like I felt like I was playing a genuine, good,
No, I can get
movie
that because, you know,
experience.
sound design in that sound design's fantastic in that game. It's really good, and it's like most of the gameplay, so it's important that it's really good.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
Those fucking monsters, they're not zombies, I know, but they're basically zombies. They're fucking creepy, and the sound for them is great.
The clickers.
Yeah, that's what they're
A
called.
very simple concept that does really well. Like, I don't know, and I feel like it's when I heard that quote, I agreed with it, and I think a lot of people are just so fucking on it about, like, oh, I want my game thrown at 60 frames, because they want the PC experience, but don't want to fucking pay the money for PC. They want their consoles to do PC experience stuff, and it's like, well, just buy a fucking PC, you fucking cheapskate.
You can't.
Can't do that. Objectively, yeah, you can't. The parity between consoles and PC is dumb, and it's what gets us to this point where there's no fucking exclusives. Where now console games and PC games are quite literally the same fucking thing.
and it's actively ruining both sides. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to see console ports or PC ports of console games, but to have both the game's now affected by the fact that you have to be on parity with both the PC and the console game market. All the consoles have a completely huge disparaging gap between the processing power and what they're capable of. It presents a problem for the developers. It makes it harder for them to get away from the core development experience, and now it's more about performance. Look at fucking Final Fantasy 15. That fucking engine is barely running because they took all this time trying to get it to run evenly across just 2 consoles. Imagine them trying to put all their effort and eggs into the basket of a fucking PC version. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking shitty that people are just part of this, like, oh, I paid this much money and PC does it, why can't I? Probably because PC cards cost $600 fucking and can run way better.
The fucking graphics card is more than the console itself.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. Like, okay, now I'm getting negative. Sorry.
My big thing is, in terms of just the 60 frames per second, I like 60 frames. I like 60 frames in almost every single genre. I can put up with it in anything that doesn't require a fast reaction time.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's a single-player core experience, it doesn't have to run at 60. I would prefer it did. I don't subscribe to the idea that 30 frames per second is more cinematic. I don't feel that way. A game is a game. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it. I prefer 60 FPS, but there are some genres that have to be 60 FPS. Like, for me, racing games need to be 60 FPS.
Yes.
Gran Turismo 6 on PS3 runs like shit. It runs at like 20 frames per second. That is inexcusable.
And motion blur makes it look shittier.
Yeah. I like motion blur sometimes, but
Frank, I'm with you on that one. I do think the idea of exclusives can definitely be construed as being bad, because I feel like inherently keeping people from an experience that otherwise would be playable on anything else is kind of a shitty thing. Like, it sucks that it took this long for my friends to play Uncharted, because Uncharted is a fun series. But at the same time, like I was saying, the problem with that, and the problem with not having an exclusive for a certain console, or the idea that, like, there's a difference between the Xbox One and the PS4 and the PC, is that you have these situations in which now the developer is not developing games for, you know, to match a certain experience, but is now just trying to develop a game that is universally renowned and known. It's less about the experience now and more about the parity between whether or not either console can run, and whether or not the game would be popular on all the consoles. Because you can go back and you can look at the libraries between the PS2, the Xbox One, and the GameCube, and they are wildly different, and it's a great, fun, and interesting experience every time you load up any one of those consoles. They all have different games, they all suit different needs, and that's like one of the best parts about gaming, is that there was options, and now it doesn't feel like that. Now the options are more technically based. Now it's about, do I want my games to look better? Do I want this to run better? It's not about the different experience, which is what was always so fun about console gaming. It's about, oh, well, you know, it just looks better on my 4K TV. Okay, well, fuck that. I'll just buy a PC. You know what I mean? Why am I going to waste all my time? We just should phase the console market out then. There's no reason for me to own a console if you're going to bring this experience to fucking PC.
I mean, this is the last generation for Xbox. I 100% believe that Xbox One, the Scorpio, that is your bridge into PC gaming, and then after that, there will not be another Xbox. I think they
pretty
will start
sure about
making,
that too.
Like, affordable. They'll start making maybe affordable gaming PCs. Maybe that's already what the Scorpio is looking like it's going to be.
But we should totally look at the fucking install numbers for the PS4. You know what I mean? Like, it's the PS4 did fucking gangbusters, and I don't know how well Pro's going to do at all.
Also, once again, another ridiculous case of developers not understanding that the leaked prototype names are way fucking better than the name they come up with every fucking time.
What was the PS4 Pro called?
The PS4 Pro was PS4 Neo.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
But here, what was the original name for the Wii? Does anyone remember that? It was Project
jeez.
something.
I remember the Kinect was called the Natal. That's all I can really remember.
Which was a dumb name, but it's way better than the Kinect. I don't know.
The way I see exclusives, though, is like, look at almost every single one of the best games of all time were exclusives. And if you look at it and you go, all right, would you sacrifice, you know, one aspect of the game just to have it so other people could play it on other systems? Like development time that could have been dedicated to just core features being reallocated to like anything else, just optimization. You know, there are stuff on the Xbox One that I will never, well, that's not true because it's all coming to PC. But when I had PS3, there was stuff on the 360 that I never got a chance to play. It's less than what was on the Xbox One versus the PS2, but that's just, it's the luck of the draw. You pick what you pick because of the games, and now you're totally right. There are no decisions anymore in terms of like, if I get this, well, I get to play this game, and this game, but I won't get to play this and this. It's, oh, well, if I pick this, it'll run in 4K and have HDR, and if I pick this, it'll be a small, useless Xbox One. And
You know, it's...
honestly, it's at the point where it's like, you know, the PS4 came out and yeah, it sold gangbusters, but as somebody with a PC, there really isn't a reason for me to even have it right now besides a couple of fighting games. I mean, finally games are starting to come out that I'm interested in, but everything else I've been interested in just comes out on PC.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Literally
PC doesn't
every
get any
Xbox
exclusives either, you're right.
Literally every Xbox One game except Halo is coming to PC.
And Halo came to PC anyway as something else.
Yeah, Halo really popularized, like, I want to say, like, the obviously the Xbox and the PS2 and the GameCube era. I forget which generation was it, 6 or 7? Because we're in the 9th generation or 8th generation?
I think it's 8.
I don't know.
Ask Vet, he always knows.
But whatever generation of consoles that was sort of the weird turning point, I feel, because that's when things started kind of coalescing into, well, what are we going to do with the next one? And then right when the 360 popped
generation.
out, yeah, right when the 360 popped out, it was, they did the impossible. Because remember, fucking 360 won last generation. They
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
beat the shit out of everybody.
Landslide.
Like a landslide. They beat the shit out of fucking everyone. And you wouldn't have thought that, because the Xbox did okay. And the Xbox had like a couple of like solid titles, but nothing really fucking like blew anyone out of the water as far as certain games went. And then the 360 came out, and it just did. Oh, we do everything now. And then the race became not what,
Well, it helped.
you know, what experiences or you know, what experiences can we bring, and at what rate and how faster can it be. And I feel like just this generation has been less about the games and more about the specs. And that's my biggest problem with this generation as a whole, is that it's not about the games anymore. It's just about how good that game's gonna look, and that fucking sucks. Because
The Wii was called the Revolution.
yeah, okay, I saw that. That's pretty good.
What helped the 360 is that 1, it came out before the PS3, I believe, and 2, it was actually affordable.
Okay, 361 because PS3 just shit all over itself from the very get-go in every aspect of every, like, it really is embarrassing that, like, the E3 presentation where they revealed the PS3 and the price and certain games, it's cringeworthy not just because of how awkward everything is, but honestly, it's an embarrassment of, like, a launch. It is really amazing that that thing even survived. I can't believe the PS4 won this generation, but it's because the Xbox kind of did the same thing to a much lesser degree.
They were like, hey, how would you feel about having to be online at least once every 24 hours in order to use the system you paid for? But people didn't like that. Oh, and also, you know, you can't get used games and you can't have friends play your games.
Here's the thing, like, there isn't a console war anymore.
There isn't.
Everybody won. That's it. They've done it. They've made it's world peace. Nintendo does what Sega does. And Sega does what Nintendo don't and what they do. They do everything. I'm really surprised Mario isn't on my PC yet. That's what I'm hoping
it is. Super Mario Brothers 3 is on Steam.
But it's on your fucking smartphone. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things where the problem that I find, and the reason why I always say that exclusives were just a really good idea, is when you have the same experience and when you try to make everything on parity with one another, you run into the problem of homogenization. You run into the problem of the same bullshit coming out for the same systems over the same period of time. And Frank brought up a good point. He says, I think the biggest problem is development cycles. Yes, publishers are fucking stupid, and the people that are in them have absolutely no concept on what modern AAA development actually entails. It is time-consuming, and it is fucking like expensive. And with the ridiculous rush for like insane graphics, the fact that The Witcher 3 was run and completely created by an independent gaming studio on a budget is phenomenal. And a lot of publishers, they just are so disconnected with the development process and with like marketing. It's insane how people like Activision are still in fucking business and they're making gangbusters. You're talking, these people own WoW, these people own Overwatch, these people own Call of Duty, these people own the fucking world right now. And Bobby Kotick is rolling fucking high. How someone like him, the only foresight that those fucking people had was buying the right fucking properties and the right developers. But generally speaking, people like Konami, people like fucking, Square Enix even, who are just, they have no concept of like development cycles. You look at all the bullshit that happened with the Mankind Divided thing. It's a wonder that Mankind Divided even fucking plays as good as it does because of
Batman
all the
Arkham
bullshit
Knight
that came with that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's insane to me. I do think that that's definitely a problem, but I don't think that's just a part of it. I think the main problem is the rush for the graphical, like, oh, this has to look the best, is definitely what made games suck a lot more lately. Because it's not about how great your game is, it's about how good it looks. And
it's about how good it looks so you can market it. How can you market this game?
And to be fair, like, looking at Final Fantasy 15, how much farther do we need to go? What else do you want?
Shit, look at Witcher 3. Boot up Witcher 3 on Ultra on a PC and tell me that is not one of the most beautiful fucking games you've ever seen. Can we just stop? Like, at what point is it just going to be like when VR becomes the real and then Metal Gear becomes reality?
Oh, man. I just can't wait to just play my Sword Art Online, because then I can just finally die.
Yeah. That's probably going to be it. That's probably going to be the stopping point is
everyone
VR,
logs in.
You go to sleep and wake up in a fucking world. Like, that's it. That's what people are going to want. And
honestly, VR, to this day, it's the only gimmick that I'm genuinely excited for and am willing to fully support. I don't want it to become like motion controls where it just is useless forever and it dies out. I want my full dive. I want my VR waifu, exactly.
I want to be stuck in the virtual world and be known as a beater.
Yes. You know, we can call you a beater now, it's just for different reasons.
Yeah.
With going back though with publishers real quick, with Blizzard has the privilege of having probably almost no restraints from Activision because they're just a sister company. They're owned by
I don't know about
Activision.
that.
I don't know. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure because Activision would have made it $60. You know that like they wouldn't have got so much creative freedom. At least that's what I feel. I don't know 100%, and it's the same thing with King's Quest. That's Sierra Games, which is another sister company, and it's one of the better games to come, but Activision is still owning that company. I don't know. I feel like if they're not...
I don't know about that just because of look at what happened with StarCraft 2. Where's that third expansion? Did that finally release?
Legacy of the Void, right?
I think so. The fact that it was coming out in 3 expansions and not the full game. Remember how that fucking launch happened, where one of the races wasn't even fucking playable until a certain time.
Jeez.
Like, Blizzard, like, a lot of... Overwatch has been their cleanest fucking launch, and even then, it's plagued with so many ranked problems, it's not even funny. Like, I don't think it's... I definitely think that they're constrained by Activision. I just think it's probably to a lesser extent than maybe they're more direct... directly involved developers, and EA is the same fucking way. I mean, look at all this shit happening with Titanfall. The thing is,
well, that's still EA published. That's not a separate company. That's just a different developer. It's still EA published.
That's what I'm saying. But like publishers drive development. I have like I always bring this guy up because it's the main example. It's my friend who has that game. It's a multiplayer game that I will not say, as I already said it once, and I don't want to throw under a bus. But it was featured pretty recently in Game Informer. The problem is the build that was featured is completely vastly different from the build that they're actually going to be releasing because the publisher is pushing them to have one build for trade shows, one build for beta, and one build for the final game. And that build is drastically different in terms of gameplay, graphical style, and a whole bunch of other shit because they're trying to cash in on the hype train, and that is shitty. That is what is indicative of where a hype train can definitely be completely destructive. Is when you have this like never-ending I'm on board the hype train. So I understand like when we were talking about earlier where Popcron is. Popcron is fuck. I forget your name for a second. Pop.
It's okay. Everyone does.
But
no one what are you talking about?
Everyone forgets my name. They say Popcorn.
You forgot your name. You didn't even realize your name was Popcorn in here for like a week.
I switched it earlier.
Anyways, I just feel like wait, World of the Draenor? Yeah. World of the Draenor fucked them.
I still feel like they just make mistakes, like huge mistakes. I don't know. It's very strange, and I can't say with 100% that their Activision doesn't control them. It just feels like when I see every other Activision game, in comparison, they have more freedom. If not complete freedom, at least some.
Yeah.
Which, again, I can be completely wrong.
Shadow Mordor is apparently really good.
Don't play the PS3 version. Don't play it. Oh god, don't do it.
I still have to watch that video. But anyways, guys, this has been fun. It's 12. I didn't think I was gonna be here for that long. I got really fun.
Wow, I can't believe you're abandoning us.
Well, we had fun.
Anyway, moral of the story: Watch Dogs 2 is hype. Fuck you, Popcron. You're just wrong.
You're just objectively not right on this one. All right, bye.
Bye, Phil. Thanks for stopping by.
God, I hate that guy. What a racist, by the way.
Oh my god. We should have gone.
The only thing he hates more than video games and being happy is black people.
Damn.
G2B Walks Funny is gonna change to Phil's face.
Sounds good to me.
Nah, just kidding.
No, that was good. We had some great conversations there, some great discussions.
Yep. How much further are we in this game?
I have to save 4 kings, apparently.
Yeah, there it is.
You have to go on this thing. Oh boy, this should be fun. I don't know how hard this level's gonna be. I made the worst decision and decided to do the underwater level first. And
Very interesting decision.
like that. Ow, those were spikes! They tricked me! I was lied to! I was promised safety and only got pain. Oh jeez, this is another one. Oh! I'm okay. Kinda.
I'm hungry, but I don't think we have enough food.
Get food. Do it.
I got
Oh,
a
no.
sandwich, or... Alright, so here's the dumb shit. There's a grocery chain down south. It's, it started in Florida. I think it's up by Georgia, and, that kind of area now. It's called Publix. And Publix, you could be missing half of your brain and half of your body, and they'd still hire you. So my dad goes and he picks up a sandwich for me. I'm like, I'll have a chicken cordon bleu, get some spinach and ranch, and that's it. Nothing else. No mustard, no mayo, no nothing. And then he goes and he brings the sandwich back, and the thing is basically honey mustard on bread. And I go, hey Dad, what happened? What did you do? And he's like, I asked for nothing. And then we waited a bit, and he was like, oh, you know what I said? Well, you know what probably happened? She was like, do you want any mustard on that? And I said, no, honey. And then she probably just heard the honey bit and slathered it all over. So I do have half a sandwich. It's just covered in honey mustard. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that.
Eat it. I don't know, man.
Fine,
That
maybe
sucks.
I will. Be right back. Fuck.
Alright, perfect. Great. Awesome! Oh shit. Please tell me we're like done with this level. Nope, of course not. This game is trying to kill me! I don't appreciate it. Oh, I missed that. No extra lemons for me, why? Alright, that's the end, right? Please be the end. Okay, good. Anything underneath here? No, what's the point of that? What's the point of that? Whatever. Oh, jeez. You guys still talking about Warlords of Draenor? Things kind of started falling off after Wrath of the Lich King. That's what I'll say. But apparently Legion's really good, so... Excuse me. God damn it. I have not heard any real negative things about Legion, so... I don't know. Give me 1 second, though, before I die. Alright, I'm not dead. I'm back. Ugh. I felt like I was gonna die. 180? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go back and play so much of this probably during the week. I'll probably have to replay a ton of shit. Unless I don't need the teeth. I don't know. We'll find out. I may not need the teeth. In which case, you guys are not getting that. Oh my god, what are these? Okay. Got it, game. I see how it is. We're not even gonna get those because there's things chasing me. Oh no. I'm still gonna die regardless. Fuck. I have to write a paper about an interview and I had to do about racial tension in Baltimore. That must have been fun. Oh jeez. Please don't let me die. Why? Let's get out of here. Yep, they're still chasing. Son of a bitch. I'm not even gonna worry about getting that. Fuck it. Don't even want it. All that. Oh, I was baited. I feel tricked. Oh no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I was tricked again! Telling you, they're baiting me. They're baiting me hardcore here. There we go. What's in here? Ooh, a secret. Does your teacher say, oh. Guess we're just talking about the paper. God damn it. And I just ran into a caterpillar because I was reading chat. Awesome. Let's not do that this time. Awesome. Ah! Okay. There we go. I did it, boys. I did it! Fuck you, caterpillar. Phase of pop, these worlds suck. Yeah, I hate the water world. I wanted to like it, but I don't like it. Not one bit. I got another heart, thank God. Why? Why? Fucker. Fuck that, I want this one. I snuck past top. Fucking get wrecked, you stupid I heard to help me. I hear it. It's right down here. It has to be. I knew it. I fucking knew it had to be down here. Oh, Jesus, why? Oh my god. This isn't gonna be fun. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Ah, baited. Popcron is improved by at least 0.0%. Ugh, fuck, man. I just have to get through the bouncy guys. I'll be fine. Come on. Yes, I did it. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I did it. You can't get me. Is Legends better than Origins? It's an improvement, yeah. I mean, they're both really good games and you should still play both, but if you can only play one, play Legends, I guess. That was rude, you stupid arm thing. Alright, we're not even gonna go for that. We're just gonna escape. Fuck that. Wait, is that a coin? Fuck, okay, fine. Thanks. There we go, I got the coin. That was indeed, or hard to get. Go. Of course I hit that spike. Of course.
Moment of truth, boys. I got my Mountain Dew voltage here, ready to wash it down.
Aren't you special?
Slathered it with more ranch, so see what happens.
I was tricked by a caterpillar. They keep baiting me and it keeps working. And I learn nothing.
Well, now it only tastes like ranch, but that's better than what it was before. So, success, we did it.
Woohoo! It's edible. Ugh, I wanted to avoid that. I almost did it. I almost fucking did it. It would have been perfect.
You can do it. Maybe.
No, I can't.
I don't know.
Let's not be killed by that. There we go. Alright, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We did it. Kinda. Ah! Okay, yeah, we did it. We're fine. I just got scared. It's fine. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. I wanted to sneak right through it. Oh, well. I think I might be the only one that doesn't like ranch. I don't know, man. I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't like ranch.
I scraped the honey mustard off and transferred all the meat to new bread. Because the bread was already soggy with all the mustard. Yeah, see, I hate mayonnaise. I hate mustard. I hate, I don't like relish. I don't like people put relish on stuff.
There we go.
It depends on the relish, though. Because I've had red pepper relish, and it's really good. I think ranch on its own, it's got this weird sour kind of taste to it. It's good with meat. It's good with certain kinds of salad. But yeah, I can see why people wouldn't like it.
Alright, how many more levels do I have left on this? On this water, extra water world. Come on. Give me something, man. Oh my god, there's another chest. We have to go look at the chest. We also have to look over here. Because I think I got a new skin. I want to see what it is. And I want to see what the next unlockable skin is. Yo, we get a dark Rayman soon? What's this guy?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm like a corrupted Teensy. I like King Teensy better. Dark Rayman is at 220. Guess who's never getting that? I need 27 more. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna do the chest and then we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah, mayonnaise is disgusting. I don't know how people eat it. Why would I want to put eggs in a squirt bottle and put it on sandwiches? Like, why? Why would you do that? Doesn't make any sense.
We're gonna get this last chest and then we're calling it a night because I have to grind, I think, for more Electoons.
Bet you weren't expecting that when you started this playthrough.
Nope. I hope I don't have to do that for Legends. Oh, I got caught. There we go. Let's try that again.
Well, hot sauce... You can't say, like, I like hot sauce, because hot sauce ranges so differently between sauces. Like, not even from heat, but flavor.
Barbecue sauce
Hot
can be
sauce is
hot. Like, come on.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce can be sweet. Barbecue sauce can be sour.
Honey barbecue is the best barbecue.
Yeah, no. I don't know why I said yeah. I meant no. I meant you're really wrong.
Honey barbecue
I
is
like,
fucking great.
Like, kind of like a teriyaki type barbecue. I like hot. I like hot and sweet. But not honey sweet. Like brown sugar sweet.
Honey barbecue's a little bit hot, spicy.
Yeah, but I
It's
don't
not the
like...
spiciest, but...
A lot of people are like, oh, you can sometimes just use honey to sweeten things that you would normally use sugar for, and it's healthier for you and whatever. But no, it gives it a distinctly different taste. And I like honey with certain things. I like honey barbecue. It's just not my favorite. I think honey mustard is disgusting.
Have you ever had Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce?
Yes, I have. We that's usually the brand we get. Is Sweet Baby Ray's.
So fucking good.
Yeah, I don't know. Me and my mom both like it super fucking hot.
Oh Jesus, I'm so dead. Yep. If that didn't kill me, it was that. Okay.
Here's the
Awesome,
thing.
and that was probably the end too. You know what? I'm just gonna kill myself there because I lost all momentum instantly. There we go. Let's try this again.
We're gonna go from a debate about video game hype to a debate about sauces? Absolutely. The thing about hot sauces, I can handle probably the hottest stuff out there, but I won't eat it unless it has some kind of flavor to it. Like, if all I'm getting is heat, then what the fuck's the point? That's all pain, no gain. Like, even when I made the probably actually life-threatening beef jerky for MagFest, I made sure that it had, you know, a good amount of brown sugar in it.
Make sure it doesn't kill anyone and he gets sued.
Oh no, I made it to kill. I just wanted it to taste good as you die. And it did. Tasted very good.
But no one died.
Tom and Rave finished the bag. But I know somebody who thinks that black pepper is too spicy. So, like, people have different tolerances for that sort of thing. That's a little ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Black
I made it
pepper
through
would
this
be
part,
too
like,
hot.
flawlessly the first time, and now I can't do it. Ugh,
Like,
God.
I don't know, fucking, when the last day at MagFest, I think, or the day before the last day, we went to some kind of shitty sports grill thing, and somebody had, I don't know, something bomb, comes in like a metal container, and, it didn't taste like anything. It had a pepper taste, and it was spicy, and that's it. And Smarty yelled at me because he thought I was gonna throw up and embarrass him.
You throwing up embarrasses him? What?
I don't know. I was like, because I like ate it and I was like crying and I started to hiccup and Smarty's like, dude, you need to go to the bathroom like right now. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm fine. Because that's all I could get out. And he said, no, really, the bathroom's over there. You really need to go to the bathroom, man. And I'm like, I can handle it. I'm fine. And then I like gagged once. He's like, dude, go right now. I think Jesse has like Jesse has this HD, like it's the clearest GIF I've ever seen of Smarty pointing at me and then pointing to the bathroom and saying, "You need to go." So
I
the
can't.
bathroom's
How do I make it through that? It's It's like there's these giant spikes that I have to jump over while going up an incline. How do I do it? And I lose all momentum because it just stops being ice.
Oh yeah, being allergic to even like the oil and peppers really sucks.
There we go. That's what I needed. I just had to get really high up and then I can float down to it. That's all I needed to do. Thank
I
you.
don't have the GIF. You'd have to ask Jesse. I'll tell you what pisses me off more than anything. I'm a firm believer of. Actually, that's a total lie. There are ways that food is meant to be eaten, and if you do weird stuff, then you don't deserve to eat it. Like, I know people who put sriracha on pizza. No. Sriracha is an Asian sauce.
There's
You don't
honey
put that on
sriracha
pizza.
on Pizza Hut's pizza crust. I tried it once. It actually was really fucking good. It was only on the crust though. It was like you know how they put like garlic sauce sometimes, or like a garlicky butter onto the crust. It was like that, but honey sriracha.
But honey sriracha brings it closer because just the way the flavors kind of neutralize and everything. Where that's closer to something that you could put on a greater range of food, but straight sriracha has a very Asian kind of taste to it. Like you wouldn't put teriyaki sauce on exactly like you wouldn't put soy sauce on a pizza. You wouldn't put teriyaki sauce, you know, on like stuff. Teriyaki's really good. You probably could go with anything. What I'm saying is, like, I don't know. I'm a firm believer that some foods and some sauces and some spices are just not meant to go with certain kinds of food.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't put sriracha on a burrito. That doesn't make any sense. I'd put Taco Bell sauce. 'Cause it's the best.
I'm just dancing as Teensy. Alright, guys. I'm done. I got the tooth. I have to grind probably during the week a bit to get Electoons from the levels I missed some at. And I'm actually upset about that, but hey. Nothing that can really be done about it. And, that's been the Go to Bed cast. We got...
Real quick. I gotta say real quick. It's hard to put into words what makes something have an Asian taste to it, but when you eat Mexican food, you know that it's Mexican food. There's a certain way that it plays to your taste buds where you can tell, like, it's not so much it has an Asian taste, it's that Asian food tastes a certain way, and that makes
They have different styles.
Taste it the way exactly, yeah. But that's it. I'll tell you what, just for the stream, just look at Discord.
Alright, guys. Give me a second. Okay, well, I'm lagging a ton.
You can do it.
And, we have, obviously, every night, stuff that's going on. Some of that stuff includes Mass Effect on Mondays with Vet. Tuesdays is Kingdoms of Amalur done?
I really hope so, but it might not be. I don't know. Tuesday is Rave.
Tuesday is Rave. And Wednesday will be Cheat with Abe's Odyssey something? Abe's Odyssey, I don't know which one it was.
He's doing Stranger's Wrath HD.
Stranger's Wrath HD. Okay. I don't know which one that is. I only know of, like, New and Tasty or something.
Yeah, it's
if
the
that
HD
makes sense.
remake of Abe's Odyssey.
Okay. We also got... Fuck, I'm forgetting. Thursday is Kingdom Hearts 2 with Max. Friday will be the date night. No game night. It'll be the date night with Max.
Date night. Yep.
To meet the incentive for getting his computer fixed a few months back. Saturday will be fighting game night.
I'm gonna be with Phil at CEO Otaku in Orlando, a little fighting game anime tournament type thing. I'm gonna see if we can get a stream going from there. Don't bet on it. You'll know by by like Thursday, if I even go through with that. Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's
So
it.
it's either gonna be just a fighting game night. It's gonna be Max and Phil streaming, or maybe we'll turn it into the alternative game night.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then Sunday will be more Rayman Origins. So thank you guys for watching. As usual.
Yep. Follow us on Twitter at the Go to Bedcast.
At the Go to Bed
YouTube.
Cast. YouTube on
there might be
G2B,
something
Twitter.
going on in YouTube soon. I don't know.
Twitter stuff.
Buy our shirts. There's gonna be new shirts
Shirts.
coming. I'm working on a couple of designs right now. There's a mitochondria shirt currently in the works, and a couple more that I've just been working on.
Yeah. So
But
until
that's
then, go to bed.
Go to bed.